All right, let's get to Tucker Carlson. Dude, it's so over. I'm sorry. Anyone who's ever watched a Twitter video knows one thing and one thing only, and that is Twitter video is dog shit, okay? Good luck to Tucker Carlson. Yeah, you're gonna do a 30-minute show on Twitter? Suck my dick, okay? No one is gonna be able to watch more than a minute and a half without that shit reloading, okay? Are you joking? Twitter does not have the bandwidth. Twitter, even before Elon Musk, was horrible at serving video. But here's Tucker Carlson's dumbass monologue from his wood panel house.
You can't have a free society if people aren't allowed to say what they think is true. Speech is the fundamental prerequisite for democracy. That's why it's enshrined in the first of our constitutional amendments. Amazingly, as of tonight, there aren't many platforms left that allow free speech. The last big one remaining in the world, the only one, is Twitter, where we are now.
It's funny. I mean, I love saying that, like, Twitter is the place for free speech when we all know that that's not the case. Okay? It's not. It's not the case for free speech. It is ridiculous that, like, Twitter is considered the platform for free speech when it's like free speech is not paying Elon Musk, okay? Why didn't he go to Parler? Good question. Possibly because Parler is bullshit. Let's watch the full Tucker Carlson video. Is it on YouTube? Because I don't quite feel like watching it on Twitter. You know, it's just gonna be really hard. It's gonna be hard to watch a whole video on Twitter. This is a 3-minute video of Tucker Carlson. We're gonna have a hard time watching this. I'm a bet.
It's Tucker Carlson. You often hear people say the news is full of lies. But most of the time, that's not exactly right. Much of what you see on television or read the New York Times is, in fact, true in the literal sense. It could pass one of the media's own fact checks. Lawyers would be willing to sign off on it. In fact, they may have. But that doesn't make it true. It's not true. At the most basic level, the news you consume is a lie of the stealthiest and most insidious kind. Facts have been withheld on purpose, along with proportion and perspective. You are being manipulated.
Do you think this might be a conspiracy to increase Tucker's reach by putting him exclusively on Twitter? I remember when the Super Bowl, when Rupert and Elon sat next to each other. Quite the coincidence and interesting timing. No, dude, what are you, crazy? No. Rupert Murdoch does not want Tucker Carlson to leave Fox News and, like, have prominence. What are you, out of your mind? No. Tucker Carlson, if I'm not mistaken, is owed $26 million. That's the number I saw. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong on this. And he's, like, willing to forego that in order to keep pumping out content because he knows that he will lose relevance. Fox News will starve him out. If he wants the $25 million, he's going to lose everything. In this media cycle, in this day and age, dude, if you're not steadily pumping out content, you're gone. You're yesterday's news. But you're probably yesterday's news if you're a conservative commentator regardless when you find yourself online. What do I mean by this? Well, what I mean is simple. There are big dogs in the online sphere. Daily Wire comes to mind, right? They do not have a fraction of the real politic power that Tucker Carlson has. Tucker Carlson, on primetime television at Fox News, was able to bring the likes of Kevin McCarthy and bully them. Politicians openly talked about on background, and even anonymously, and even sometimes openly, how terrified they were of Tucker Carlson's influence and the power that he held. And you saw it. I mean, they would literally go on his show and be berated by him. A lot of that was not because Tucker Carlson is a particularly effective propagandist. He is, certainly. But because that is the primetime slot. The entire purpose of Fox News is to manipulate the Republican Party to better do the bidding of their corporate masters. That's number one. And number two is, Tucker Carlson on the primetime slot commanded a gigantic audience of primary voters. Tucker Carlson on Twitter, on the other hand, is an entirely different story. The reason for Tucker Carlson's prominence is the primetime slot, as we already talked about. But now that that's gone, and he's not even on TV, and he's on Twitter instead of, like, YouTube with the Daily Wire or, I don't know, any other platform, he's super duper cooked. You can look at, like, these 3-minute videos and how many views they have on Twitter and be a absolute baboon about it and think, like, that 22 million Twitter views actually means something when it doesn't, especially considering that Twitter video counts as a view as long as, like, 50% of the video is showing as it auto-plays on your timeline as you're scrolling past it. Yeah, that's not real, dog. Those aren't real views, okay? It's entirely different than like having every goddamn retirement home and every goddamn airport playing his shit on TV nonstop to a captive audience. If Bill O'Reilly fell off, if Glenn Beck fell off, if Megyn Kelly fell off, Tucker Carlson is also going to fall off. And Megyn Kelly actually went to another TV network after, and she still fell off. Now, it won't look like Tucker Carlson fell off. Why? Because he's on Twitter and because Elon loves him. So it won't look like he fell off because they'll juice his shit. They'll make him as unmanageably annoying as humanly possible. He will keep getting like a tremendous amount of views on Twitter. And worse than that, journalists will constantly talk about it because, let's be real, myself included, we are media demons, and anyone who's in the media loves Twitter and can't shut the fuck up about what's going on Twitter. Now, there's funny moments that come from that, like the Good Doctor episodes that have been popping, you know, Dr. Han versus Dr. Surgeon. Not a great representation of autism, in my opinion, but, you know, what are you going to do? And then there are really annoying versions of this, like, for example, every blue check mark that is saying the dumbest shit with the utmost confidence on the platform. Tucker Carlson represents the blue checkmark brigade. He says things that they agree with. He says things almost specifically to them. That is the reason why I believe Elon will juice him. That is the reason why I also think journalists will constantly talk about him. I can't believe Tucker Carlson said this. We got to write a Daily Beast article on it. You know, week after week after week until it gets boring, and then inevitably journalists stop. But having said that, Tucker Carlson will no longer have a fraction of the real world political capital, political power that he once had when he had the Fox News primetime slot. That's it. He's cooked. That's what I think. It might not look like he's cooked, but he actually is.
Starting soon, we'll be bringing a new version of the show we've been doing for the last 6.5 years to Twitter. We'll be bringing some other things too, which we'll tell you about.
Who's we, motherfucker?
Grateful to be
here. What is
here.
this? Are we speaking
Free
French?
Speech.
Are we speaking French? We. Who's we? He keeps saying we're coming. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Who is the we? Bro, you have a Twitter show, dog. Welcome to the fucking Little Leagues, bitch. You're officially under me, okay? Suck my Tucker Carlson. I'm on Twitch. It's a platform that is literally better than Twitter. Think about that. Every dumb motherfucker that's chirping on Twitter literally would love to be in my shoes instead. All those motherfuckers that constantly are in the shit like, oh, Hasan is not doing enough activism because he didn't give me $1,000 personally, so suck my dick. Oh, please subscribe to my Substack. All those motherfuckers inevitably want to become Twitch streamers or podcasters. Tucker Carlson is literally a level below podcasters. Think about that. Think about how pathetic that is, dude. Oh my God. At least have the dignity and go to like AM radio or something, you f***ing idiot. You went on Twitter? Oh, Jesus Christ, this is so good. You're literally a poster, dog. Welcome to Poster's Paradise. Now you're in the muck. You're in the thick of it with all the rest of the mentally ill charlatans of the f***ing world. Have fun. You went from primetime television, you blew it. Here you are in your plaid shirt, in your wooden house, talking about we're going to bring it back. We're going to do white supremacy on Twitter. Suck my dick, dude. Good luck. Tim Pool is going to lap you, brother. You're so oh, it feels great. Oh, it feels so fucking good to see it, dude. God, couldn't have happened to a worse person, you know what I mean? Oh my God. Oh, chef's kiss. Dumbass.